G'day guys, it's Mark here from the Iron Empire. Now in this episode, we're going to take a look at some of the steps that need to be taken to undergo show quality paint and panel. Let's head down to Jake's Chop Shop where we're going to work on his Pro Street VL Commodore. Let's go. Guys, so we're just about to pull up at Jake's workshop for the first time in a long time to actually do a little bit of work. So the last time I come down here was just for an update episode and basically to tell everyone about Jake's Chop Shop. That was only a couple of weeks ago, and I've got a spare day for the first time in probably what feels like 12 months to come down and help Jake out. So we're going to sort of do a little bit whatever he wants me to do. We're going to sort of do a little bit on his VL. He is under the pump trying to get that ready so that can get sent off to Sydney for a retrim. So I thought, yeah, I'd come down, donate him a day and see if I can help out just a little bit. But before we do, I've got something pretty exciting to show him and he doesn't even know what's coming. So I am absolutely pumped to surprise him with this. It's been in the works for a few weeks now and I'm finally going to get it done. Check this out. Okay guys, so as you should all know, www.theironempire.com.au is where you can pick up all your Iron Empire merch. However, because we're now down at Jake's Chop Shop, we've got to have some Jake's Chop Shop merch. Now he doesn't even know this is coming. I've had this in the works for a little while, and today's delivery day. Can't wait to show him. So I've been down to good old FTM t-shirts where I get all my merchandise done, and we've got some Jake's Chop Shop t-shirts ready to roll. I can't wait to get this thing on. So as you guys know, I ripped the sleeves off of everything, so we're going to get that done right now, and then we're going to get surprise Jake. Look at any of these. Right, there we go. It's been Iron Empired. So for those who always ask me if I have sleeveless merch in stock, it's all sleeveless. You just got to snip it yourself. All right, let's go show him the goods. He's going to lose it.
Thank you.
Jake's Chop Shop merch. Look at him, he's repping the Iron Empire too.
Oh, he's filming me.
Got to.
What is this?
This is ready to go.
Is it?
Jake's Chop Shop merch.
Bullshit, you didn't.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I love you. I love you. They never give you enough hard enough. Never. Hear that, Joe?
All right, we are gonna get stuck into this, and I'm gonna dirty my new t-shirt. It's gonna get demoted from day one straight into a work shirt. By the end of the day, it's gonna look like this thing. It's like been through the ringer.
I've had this for a couple of years now. They're good quality, guys. Get around them.
Qualitano, Gildan, FTM t-shirts. So last update, that Jake had this thing ripped down. I think, can't remember. Parts everywhere, engines over there. There's 4 weeks this car has to be resprayed and back together. So yeah, Jake's trying to get the whole thing coated now in filler. So the new method is refining his sort of technique throughout. There's a first coat is always like a heavy primer, and then this is like a top coat primer. So it's like a fine fill, and the brand is this one here. Now I have used this in the past. For some reason, it seems to go a bit hard for me. So maybe I'm over hardening, don't know, but we're gonna.
Did you just see how much you put in?
Yeah, it looked about normal.
All right, the trick with this is, obviously we went over it, first panel beat. So get some dents out, anything big you can get out. Do your best, bog the rest. And obviously start with the 3M Platinum Plus filler, pretty standard. 40 grit, then 80 grit. Right, get it all straight. And then obviously we're gonna coat it all with this. This is going to fill up all your little pinholes, any little imperfections, and you're sort of using this as a primer because it is very fine. It comes off very nice. And the idea behind this is if it's edge to edge filled and then we primer, we're going to get very minimal shrink back. That sounds crazy.
It doesn't sound crazy.
But that's the truth, because the shrink back happens when you go from like filler to bare metal and then back to filler, and that gap in between is where you're going to get your most shrink back. And obviously with the time frame and the fact that it's not direct gloss, because direct gloss you get away with murder.
So yeah, as Jack's saying about the shrink back, that's like a little area like this. You can see it's going from one layer to the next. What happens is the thinners in the product gets in between there, and it will give you these little shrink back areas, which look like little, little bits you don't want in there. So yeah, you want to try and get that whole panel down in one coat with no rub throughs. So Jack's gonna get this all filled out, and then once again, dry coating everything, and then we're gonna get stuck into just hours and hours of rubbing. So here you'll see me buzzing back the roof with a 180 grit sandpaper on the orbital sander in preparation for panel beating and some filler work. Jake's working on the rear corner of the boot lid where there's a little bit of rust. You'll also see on the roof where I've buzzed it back, just along the edge here, there's a little bit of surface rust showing through where the paint had broken down over the years. This just simply needs to be rubbed back and then addressed with some deoxidizer. Once that's all done, move on with the bodywork.
Anyway, next step, Bodyworks guide coat. Get this from the body shop, right? Put a bit of this on. I want to coat the filler. Even though it's not level yet, we're still going to coat it. Alright? Because obviously we don't want to rub through. We don't want to take all this product off. We just want to level it out at the lowest point, and then we're done. Bit of 180 on the block. Use this block. Or this block. This one's.
Alright guys, real quickly, I just want to mention that we have another channel that's run by Andrea called More Than a House. Now this is all about home reno stuff. We are in the process of building a little Airbnb which got flooded over Christmas because on the Murray River. Now we're in the process of rebuilding that flooded Airbnb, and hopefully we're going to have that up and running soon. But for those who are interested in some home reno stuff, maybe something that the missus might enjoy as well, jump onto More Than a House on YouTube, and you will catch episodes at 8 a.m. every other Sunday morning. So those are up and running again. We had a little bit of downtime after the shack got flooded, but now we are back in the full swing of it. Jump onto More Than a House if you're interested in home reno stuff. But as for now, let's get stuck back into this VL build.
Just a little bit of an imperfection through here. Just the peel before. Like sometimes you can't even use the glide coat because what we're trying to get out doesn't really show up. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to get out is not so much a dent. I'm just trying to make sure it's like flat.
Yeah.
So like if you have a glide coat on, yeah, you're going to see where you've picked up the scratches. But like if there's a little wall, like you won't pick that up.
So essentially, scratch everything we've ever said. This is a new way of doing it. Nah, so basically what Jake's sort of explaining on this, with what we've been doing here today is more or less straightening out a car and doing a lot more of the straightening with filler before you even get the first coat of primer on, whereas in the past we've
different application.
Yeah.
So you guys got to remember, like you can do a spray, like I just did this yellow VL, and I went around and found all the shopping trolley dents and went boom, 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 sanded those, and that's what we've done for the most part of it, and that's cool and that's a good job, and you can get the car straight. But from factory, they're always going to have a little bit of a wave in the panel, or not really that noticeable, but sometimes you just want to get it super straight. This is sort of a special car to me, so I'm going to put the effort in for this car. Let's say you get a car straight by just patch repairing everything around the place, all over the car, down the sides. If you look at that car, you're going to say, fuck, that's nice, that's straight, that's killer. But then you might put something like this next to it, and then you'll start to notice things. So it's not really like you have to do it this way.
This is going to the next level. That's why all the filler work's done with the doors shut, and then all blocked smooth like the other side more so, and then you cut the lines. That way you don't get any deviations in your reflections when you look down the side of the car. It's just a whole nother level. And
there's right ways to do this and there's wrong ways. And like some people watching it, you guys might be more experienced than me doing it, and you might be like, oh, that's good, but then I do it like this. And I think there's all different ways you can do things. And this is I'm still trying to develop the technique and always learning. We're always, me and Mark bounce off each other left, right, and center. And we always talk about, you seen this product? Oh yeah, you used it? How's it the sand? How's this? How's that? And then this is just another process. It's always about learning. Talk to your mates, ask them. Maybe this works with one person, maybe it doesn't work, and you develop it. And at the end of the day, it's all about all of us trying to just build better cars.
So give us your input. If you do paint yourself, whether you're a pro or a backyarder, it doesn't matter because,
we're just backyarders.
We're all backyarders with cameras. So that's going to be it for me tonight. I've got to get back up the hill, start editing this. It's been a big week, it's been a big month, it's been a big year. All right, guys, short, sharp, and shiny. That's it for this week's episode. Unfortunately, I only had about half a day to spend with Jake down there, but we got a little bit done on that VL. I was trying some new methods with his new technique of plastering that whole thing down with a fine fill just to get it all dead straight. A lot to be done, a lot to learn, but always keen to learn. Like we mentioned before, For those who have their own techniques, let us know in the comments below how you do it. There's no right or wrong way. Well, there is some wrong ways, but there's always room for learning. Now, those who have been following the channel from day one will know that Jake has been around for years, helping me out. So many of my cars have been built down there, and so many will be built yet to come. At the moment, we've been pretty busy, so I haven't had much time to put into the shop down there. But as you know, he has now got his own channel up, Jake's Chop Shop, and he's killing it. So those who want to support Jake as well, jump onto my online store, pick up a Jake's Chop Shop t-shirt. We've only started putting these live as of yesterday, and we've nearly sold out of tees. But what we're going to do is I'm going to extend that for one more week. You can grab them right now as a pre-order for 1 week only. This is going to give Jake time to get his own store set up, and then in the future you can buy through his own channel. But for now, jump onto the Iron Empire website, pick up some merch, pick up some Iron Empire merch if you want to as well. And of course, all the proceeds of Jake's Chop Shop tees will go to him to help him build his car. And of course, a little bit to give back to Jake for all his help that he's done to me. Thanks, Jake. So that's it for this time around. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think of the build, and we'll see you all on an upcoming episode. Cheers, guys.